Manipulation is simply wrong at all levels because it hurts other people and it puts them in a very emotionally dark space. What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Totally Inspired with me, your girl SIBO DUBE. Well, I'm excited to bring another interesting topic today, and I hope you'll find this very useful and very relatable. But before we get started, please make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and please do give me a huge thumbs up for this and other videos that I've uploaded before. Let me say thank you to everybody that's taken the time to subscribe, and I hope you will share my content with your friends, your family, and people whom you think need to know more about the content that I'm sharing. I'm sure all of us have had encounters with manipulative people. These could be friends, this could be family, this could be close relatives, people who are generally manipulative. Well, what is a manipulative person, you might ask? These are people who know how to press your buttons. These are people that will guilt trip you, people that will blame you, people that will undermine you, or people that will coerce you. All these are elements of manipulation, and if you're not careful, you will allow yourself to spiral down to exactly where they want you. You might ask how to define manipulation. Well, manipulation is a counterfeit way of having our needs met. It's true that as human beings, we all want to have our needs met, be they be psychological, physical, emotional, or spiritual, or any type of need that we have as human beings. But when you start manipulating somebody, it's when you use unorthodox means to get people to do what you want them to do. Firstly, it is important for us to understand why people do it. Why do people manipulate other people? Well, there are some explanations behind why people are manipulative, and I would like to share a few of them, and hopefully it will help you understand the psychology behind people who are manipulative. The reasons why some people manipulate, it could be because of their own woundedness, their own pain, or just immaturity. They lack the necessary relational skills that are required of them to be able to interact with other human beings. They are out to seek ways in which they can control other people or cause them pain, and they just get enjoyment or satisfaction out of causing other human beings pain. Manipulative people tend to anxiously react rather than freely relate, which is why they tend to be toxic people. You cannot relate with them. No matter how hard you try, you're always struggling to maintain a relationship with someone who is manipulative, because in most instances, they are controlling. They want you to think or do things the way they deem fit in their own eyes. Then there's another type of manipulative person who expects you to fix their problems, to fix their challenges, or to fix their own man-made mistakes. And when they find themselves in situations that they could have avoided, they always have somebody to blame except for themselves. Manipulation is simply wrong at all levels because it hurts other people and it puts them in a very emotionally dark space. And much as they may try to relate to you, if you're continuously manipulating them, it is a futile exercise on those that you're hurting as the manipulator and those that you are impacting or affecting, be they friends, family members, spouse, or anybody that you relate to. So manipulative people have different reasons behind their actions, and I'll just share 3 of them with you. So number 1, it's the manipulative master. The manipulative master is the one who comes across as being in charge of things. And according to the manipulative master, it's your job to do things as they tell you, when they tell you to do them, and how they tell you to do them. There is no questioning. They don't allow you to actually think for yourself. And in most instances, the master manipulator is always doing these things because they are good for you. They tend to be very pushy and they're very easily angered. And the very interesting thing about the manipulative master is that they can even sweet talk you to do things that they want you to do, and can actually use their charm to get you to do as they want you to do. And if you are on the receiving end, you fall into that trap and you're continually doing things that they are telling you to do. In other words, they just bully you to do things, and you wake up one day, you don't realize how you ended up in that hole. The second type of manipulator is the savior or the rescuer or the messiah, all those sort of things. And I think you know where we are getting at with this type of manipulator. This is somebody who has done you a favor before or has helped you at your greatest point of need. And this type of manipulator continuously wants to remind you that you are who you are because they helped you to get out of your situation. They make you feel that you are indebted to them, and the debt never seems to come to an end. They will always want to remind you in a subtle or direct way that, listen, this is what I did for you, therefore you owe me. So they manipulate you into doing things the way they want, or making you feel like you owe them something all the time, and the debt is never ending. Then the third type of manipulator, in my view, this is actually the most dangerous one because they play victim. So this is the victim manipulator. The victim manipulator is always the one who comes across as being a victim of a situation, and they'll always make you feel bad about you not taking care of their requests or you not taking care of their situation because they're a victim in all this. They actually have power in presenting themselves as being powerless, and if you are on the receiving end and you're not careful, you can be easily manipulated by the victim manipulator. Yes, they may have suffered some kind of trauma or some kind of misfortune in their life very legitimately. However, they use that as their primary tactic to get you to do what they want you to do. And they will use emotional blackmail for you to fall into that trap. And victim manipulators are actually emotional manipulators, and they're very skillful and dangerous. And if you're not careful, they can actually sap you. They can actually drain you and make you really feel tired, about the whole situation, to a point that you even start blaming yourself in some instances, and you don't realize that you've actually fallen into their trap of manipulation. So be very careful. And I'm sure as I'm talking to you like this, you can actually pick up some points which you can pinpoint to certain situations where you can actually realize that, you know what, I was simply being manipulated. Being manipulated actually has an impact on you. If you are on the receiving end from somebody who's manipulating you, there are certain things that you'll have to endure, and eventually you may have to suffer, if I may put it that way. Being manipulated actually has an impact on you. If you are on the receiving end from somebody who's manipulating you, there are certain things that you'll have to endure, and eventually you may have to suffer, if I may put it that way.